Yeah.
There's 2 seats over here. We are running slightly late, so I am going to get started. So, good evening, everyone. Hello. People are tired. I know the sun has been out, like, didn't come out today, but I'm sure we can get some energy in the room. Good evening, everyone. Hey, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time out to join us for this fantastic celebration of talent, diversity, celebrating apprentices, employers, learning providers, and everyone in the middle. My name is Kasim Chowdhury. For those of you who don't know me, I have been working on this project for the past 10 years. I used to be young, beautiful, I had a lot of hair, and all the rest of it. But do you know what? It's been worth it, and it's fantastic to stand here after 10 years and still be making the impact that we do. To give you a little bit more information about who we are, what we do, why we do what we do, we are part of the Pathway Group. I operate Think First, which sits slightly outside of Pathway Group as our engagement arm. So it's Pathway's way of giving back to the sector. It's our way of promoting apprenticeships, working with employers, working with providers, working with government, and all the fantastic different things. And we operate a number of different initiatives, and you can see them all there. And if you want to find out more about them, please scan on the QR code, get in touch. I've got my colleagues around the room, our founder, Safra's at the back, who you'll hear more from, and more about our journey and how we got to where we are today. My colleague Sanjay, Path to Apprenticeship, Brad, and Jagdeep at the back hiding. These are all part of our team. If you have got any further questions, want to get more involved, come and speak to them. Apologies if I seem a bit flustered or busy. There's a lot of pressure on my head to get this done, and I know certain people have got to get away quickly to get trains and stuff, so I'm going to be really quick. One of the things one of our initiatives is the Festival of Apprenticeships, and it's all about promoting apprenticeship opportunities to young people. Time and time again, when we read these applications, I didn't know about apprenticeships. Where did you find out about your apprenticeship? I had to do my own research. The school did not mention anything about apprenticeships. All we were told about was going to university. So for us, we see these issues, we see them firsthand through your applications, through your journeys, and that's why we come up with solutions. The Festival of Apprenticeships, it's a careers roadshow. During National Apprenticeship Week, we run 20 to 30 webinars throughout the week from various different providers and employers promoting apprenticeship opportunities, and then we have our in-person events. If you are an employer sitting in this room today, please make sure you put those dates in your diaries and you get a stand there. It is very, very cheap. Like I said, we only do this to cover our cost and make sure that we can deliver value and keep to our aims and objectives about diversifying apprenticeships, promoting apprenticeships, and growing the skills gap, closing the skills gap in this country. Again, you know, we are all about brand apprenticeships, and Saf will tell you, you know, the best way to sell apprenticeships is through the apprentices, which is one of the reasons we run the awards, is to create these fantastic role models that we can then showcase at events. I'm trying not to say too much because Saf is going to touch on a lot more of this in more detail in his bit, but engage. Thank you to Pete from UCAS and Youth Futures Foundation, who sponsored this year's event, and again Compass Group for sponsoring the drinks networking for our Multicultural Apprentice Network. We are bringing this back next year, and we'll be running our Include conference, which still sits under the Apprenticeship Branding Conference. It's all about how can we be better at selling apprenticeships, how can we make that experience for the apprentices better, and what can we do collectively. It is all about collaboration. And of course, the jewel in the crown, the Multicultural Apprenticeship Awards, will be taking place on the 7th of November. It breaks my heart, but we're doing it in London this year. We're taking it out of the Midlands. We're coming to the big smoke. We listen to the feedback, and hopefully you're all going to join us, and we're going to have a fantastic time. One quick thing for me. Now, for those of you who were in the meeting earlier today, you're probably sick of hearing me talk about this, but this is important because we need to make a difference. A lot of the stories I read and I learn about the young individuals who are in this room today is about opportunity. Open that door for young people. Let them be the future of your organisation. There's some fantastic role models sitting in front of me that you could have in your organisation. Come and speak to me. It all starts with a conversation. But Path to Apprenticeships is a West Midlands Combined Authority programme. It's fully funded. There's no cost to you as an organisation. It's for 19 to 29-year-olds who are economically inactive or on universal credit. We have got some fantastic case studies. If you want to know more about this programme and how it can help your organisation, don't talk to me. Talk to Jonathan, who's helped us, who's supported us, and who's seen the successes of this programme. Also speak to my colleague Sanjay, who manages the programme and is one of the tutors as well, and is heavily involved. But it's access to diverse talent, it's work-ready apprentices, it's tailored to your needs as the employer, and it's a try before you buy, and it's completely free. I can't give you a better offer than that. So please speak to the team and find out how we can help. Now, these events don't happen because of us. It doesn't happen because of my team. It happens because of the support of the sector behind us. And one of those organisations is Pearson. So please can we have a huge warm welcome to Martin Leader from Pearson.
Blimey, 6 months has gone really quickly, isn't it? It only felt like, I think yesterday, that we were sat in Birmingham, near the airport, listening to some fantastic testimonials of the winners. Personally, my lasting memory was that for someone in the sunset of their career, what have I done with my career? Because I've pretty much not achieved anywhere near as the amount that those young people receiving awards in the finals have done in such a short time already. So truly inspirational. On behalf of Pearson, we are absolutely proud and privileged to be involved with the Multicultural Apprenticeship Awards again this year. We think it is a testament to where opportunity, where talent, and there's bags of talent coming through these awards. I think that's something like 500. Yeah. So there's bags of talent, but there's not bags of opportunity, and this is one of those places where talent meets opportunity in spades. So really pleased to be the sponsor again this year. Pearson itself doesn't just talk the talk, we try and walk the walk with our own apprentice programs. Since 2017 we've got 300 through an apprenticeship program ourselves at all levels, 3 to 7, and we continue to double down on that every year. I think also want to just say very quickly, because I know Cass and staff will cover this in some detail later on, but I want to congratulate those shortlisted. I'm sure you'll find out who they are. Regardless of whether they win on the night, on the 7th of November, they're all winners, and I just take in a moment and celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin, and to all of our sponsors, each of whom will be standing up and announcing the shortlist later on, so you'll hear all about the organisation supporting us. But let's go back to where this all started. So I'd now like to introduce onto the platform our founder, Safraz Ali. Please give him a huge round of applause.
Good evening, everybody. Firstly, thank you so much for coming. I have tried my very level best to say welcome and thank you to everyone personally. And if I haven't, then I want to say to you, welcome again. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. As Martin said, you are all winners. The reason you are all winners is because of this statement here.
Next slide, please.
Because of this statement here. First in my family. many, many years ago, this terminology was for the likes of myself. I used to say, okay, quite proudly, I'm the first in my family to go to university. There's probably half the audience here, half the room here, that's probably the first in their family also to go down to university. But the narrative is changing now. So with a bit of a show of hands, who's the first in their family to do an apprenticeship program? Wow, congratulations, you do absolutely deserve congratulations. This is a statement from an individual who was very proud, and he said, you know what, I am the first in my family to do an apprenticeship. I'm also saying that an apprenticeship is not there because I have no choice. It is there because I have a choice, I have an option. It's not a second best. It's not, for failures. It's not for individuals that are not academic. So the whole narrative, this word narrative I keep using, has changed. It's evolved, it's transitioning. This is part of that journey. 10 years it's taken us because apprenticeships had an element of stigma. And each different community looked at apprenticeships in a different way. So initially, the brand was about Asian Apprenticeship Awards. It then became the BPP Apprenticeship Awards, now Multicultural Apprenticeship Awards. So we've changed our language. So we target the Asian community initially because parents, particularly who were really big role models and influencers, particularly in the British Asian community, didn't understand apprenticeships. They thought if you're going down an apprenticeship route, you're failing. And what's happening is the people who've gone down the university route have found that life is difficult because they lack experience, the real life experience, and it's getting harder and harder and harder. So apprenticeship is often the right route, often the best route. It's not the only route, obviously there's university there, but it's an alternative and often a better option. And that's the narrative, the language that we're trying to evolve and change. So, but it's not just about the start of the journey. It's not just about young people. And it's not just about individuals, show of hands. There were some young people, younger people out there, but there's people out there who are doing apprenticeships at a higher level now, in terms of mature students. People who are using the apprenticeship path as upskilling, not just in terms of entering into the market, but also reskilling as well, transitioning into careers. And it is a career pathway. It is a career pathway.
No, it's all right.
Okay. These things happen. So we talk about, in our sector, Catherine mentioned earlier, our sector is the further education sector, it's the skills sector, it's the training provider sector, it's also the employability sector. And if you think about that narrative, often we've talked about courses, training programs. It's no longer training for the sake of training or a qualification for the sake of qualification. It's about a career plan. There's a reason behind that training, there's a reason behind that program. And for us, it's about career development now. And the word career development as opposed to qualifications or training, it's more about the career journey and the career plan. But one thing that we are well known for is this word multiculturalism or multicultural as a brand. And we talk about multicultural because we talk about getting everybody onto the same platform, quality of opportunity. Equity is the word that we often use. Again, the slides are going in a different way, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And I wanted to say the fact that we have done a fair amount in our 10 years, and we've got this ecosystem that we're creating. Cassie touched on it. We've got the whole sort of Think Fest narrative that oversees all of that. So we've got Apprenticeship Branding Conference, we've got the Festival of Apprenticeships, we're celebrating. A lot of the stuff that we're doing is about engagement, it's about celebrating, it's about really creating and elevating people role models. And yes, we have done a lot, because this is what we started from. We started from a position where apprentices were showcased by these famous individuals. Some might know some of these faces, others might be thinking who are these. I'm sure you recognize at least two of them from this. But that's how apprentices were showcased. What we've done is we're moving the narrative to role models, influences. Because as Cassim said, and that's like what we try and say, is the best way to promote apprenticeships are through the apprentices themselves. Do you agree? Yes. These are the brands, these are the faces. They're all individual brands. Got these young gentlemen here, sitting right here. He's going to talk a little later on. He's going to do an announcement. But they're all individual brands in their own right. People talk about these individuals outside their ecosystem, outside their organization. And these are the face of apprenticeships in the country, as opposed to being influenced by these individuals, or many of those so-called famous personalities. And you can see, we try and elevate, promote, give opportunities. And what we try and do is create an ecosystem where everything, all part of what we're doing, we have these individuals. For them, for us, we elevate them. Those are the individuals that we want to showcase. Because they're influential people, because they've shown the path. And it's those stories that we want to hear. And it's those stories that we want to elevate. That's not going to move yourselves. We also believe that one of the best ways to learn and develop is through your environment, through your peers, your support mechanisms. Some of you are here with colleagues. Some of you here with your line managers. We need great people around us, because it's those great people that actually elevate us and make the whole organization great. We're trying our best to create a community of individuals that can teach others, that can show others. Because another one of our beliefs is when one teaches, two learn. There's a learning curve. So if you're mentoring somebody, if you're supporting somebody, you're also learning as well. It's a great way to give back. That's a great way to actually promote the cause. This is our team. Mr. Kassim Chowdhury, 10 years service. It's on a hard slog. The face of our award. And there's a number of people here who are part of our award for judges. And you can talk to them about our awards. Most of them will say it's not just about the result. It's about the effect that it has. And we do celebrate, we do showcase, but it's not just about one night. We've got Multicultural Apprenticeship Schools Alliance, we've got Banner there, we've got Jagdeep at the right there. The face of the strategy side of things, in terms of connecting together, policy, advocacy, lobbying, connecting organizations to actually do more. Martin couldn't be with us in the whole connectivity. He's our Mr. Engagement. This is the team. It's not a one-person outfit. No, an idea is an idea. There's some of us who think ideas are too open. Ideas are quite easy. It's the execution of it which is the hard. Everybody's got ideas. It doesn't mean anything as a very low value in terms of an idea. But it's actually getting that, implementing that, and making it work on a sustainable basis, continuous sustainable basis. That requires people who are going to elevate each other. In another one of our beliefs is that we're not just a team because we work together, we're a team because we make each other better and stronger. And part of that is about the community as well. So we reach out to you to say, you're part of our community. Please support each other. And I want to say congratulations to each one of you for coming today, for showing us. I wish you all the best.
how many people in this room have been nominated for the awards? How many we got? Fantastic. So it's that nervous moment now where you have to go on and reveal the shortlist. But I just wanted to sort of go through the numbers because we've received a record level of nominations, over 500 nominations this year. It's mental. And 100 of them, thank you everyone, were received on deadline day. So, I already don't have any hair. My beard is naturally grey. And me and Brad are sitting there on last Monday, saying, are we actually going to get any nominations in? Because we haven't got many this year. And then, lo and behold, wake up on Friday morning, and the inbox is ping, 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 ping. And I have my email, I have the inbox for the awards linked to a separate phone. And that phone was just buzzing all day long. And every time that would buzz, I do a dance in the office. I just keep myself energized and positive. But every single one of those applications tells a story. It tells a story of a journey that each individual's been on to achieve their goal. And when Saf's saying and Martin's saying that you're all winners, it's because you've achieved that goal. You've completed the application. That is the first part of your success. Forget about anything else. Forget about the awards. Forget about the fact that you've actually got to a point where you've been able to reflect on your journey and someone, either you've done it yourself or someone's done it for you. That is success. So don't be let down if you're not shortlisted today, because that's a lot of people there. A huge amount of people. So out of them, we've broken some rules, and we've had the most amount of apprentices shortlisted this year, and you'll see how that's happened. We've got over 44 employers shortlisted, 14 learning providers, 8 universities shortlisted, and since it's our 10-year celebration, we can pretty much do what we want, and we decided to add a new category to actually recognise some of those fantastic schools. Now, I know I was slightly negative about schools when I started off, but there are some fantastic schools that are out there making a real meaningful difference, and we work with them and we encourage them to put themselves forward, because I think it's important that when they get recognised for doing something good, it will have a knock-on effect on the other schools who look at that and think, okay, what do we need to be doing? We know the Gatsby benchmarks are there, and we know there's legislation in there, but more needs to be done, because your applications are telling us that schools aren't doing enough. So we've got that category in there as well, and you'll find out who those are. And then of course, we will find out who the 10th apprentice of the year will be. So that's the Hall of Fame. So someone in this room could be on that graphic next year as the 10th Multicultural Apprentice of the Year. So without further ado, Poppy, would you like to come to the stage to announce the first category of the evening, the Accounting and Finance category, sponsored by Kaplan?
It's very exciting. What a privilege. Okay, and apologies in advance if I pronounce anybody's name wrong. So the following nominations, many congratulations. Ahmed Ali for Lloyds Banking Group. Anita Tien, BlackRock. Ella Maran Aravindan, BNP Paribas.
We'll make a suggestion if everyone claps at the end. we could be, we've got 150. I'm easy, my
I
train's
think
not
they should
too
just carry on
hard.
for my one. Faith Chindania, HSBC. Oh, clap. Husnain Ghani, KPMG. Husna Umraji, Lloyds Banking Group. Lewis Hopkins, HSBC. Paul Gallagher, HMRC. Rabbit Neil, NatWest Group. Last but not least, Zain Ahmed, Deloitte, LLP.
Right, on to the next one. So, I told you that this year has been an exceptional year, and we've broken some rules. Now, Joe is unfortunately not here. Joanna Hughes. For those of you who don't know Joanna Hughes, go onto LinkedIn, find her, search for her. She's a fantastic advocate for apprenticeships, and she's been leading on pushing more law firms to take on solicitor apprenticeships. And as a result of that, and being here in BPP Law School, who deliver that apprenticeship, we had lots and lots of apprenticeship nominations for solicitor apprentices. Now, it would have been a disservice for us not to recognise that. So actually what we've done now is we've had to split this category again. It started off as finance, legal and professional services. It then went to accounting and finance, management, legal and professional services. We've now had to split this another level to management, legal and professional services, management and professional services and legal services. So can I have Mark McKenna from Mindful Education, please, to announce the shortlist. And Mark, I am going to ask for everyone to clap at the end.
That sounds good to me. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, thanks everyone, and it's lovely to be back. This is my 7th year being involved, and like you guys have been on a journey growing apprentices now and supporting thousands around the country. So I started my career at Deloitte basically doing an apprenticeship, and yeah, owed a lot of my career to this as well. So I know there were a lot of nominations. So first of all, we're going to do the management and professional services. So first up is Anaya Agrawal from Accenture, Ayesha Dar from BAE Systems, Emily Kapande Lumpar from Amazon, Julia Inesca from Accenture, Kulsum Kar, the Rotherham NHS Foundation Trust, Taisha Adams from Mighty, Martin Lin from KPMG, Fung To Ha from NatWest Group, Sarah Otiti from Howden Group Holdings, and finally Zul Mohammed from the Montfort University. Many thanks. Let's do this twice. This is Joe's fault. She's just done such a great job about apprenticeships for the law sector. So well done, Joe, if you're watching. And here they are. So the nominations are Amara Latif from Waitman's LLP, Amia Tahir from Denton's, Amina Batul from TLT LLP, Arifa Ahmed from Denton's, Lamar Mukundi, Norton Rose Fulbright, Ramesha from Khan from Evershed Sutherland LLP, Rudvi Shah, Historical Royal Palaces, Simran Aurora Singh from DAC Beechwood Claims Limited, Sudhan Shah from TLT LLP, and finally Toby Adedeji from Farah and Co.
On to the next category, charity, voluntary and public services. Can I have David Redden from NCFE, our sponsors for this category, please?
Thank you, everyone. It's a great honour to be here presenting this award, nomination for NCFE. We're charity education first and foremost, along with our own organisation, education organisation. So it's a great honour to present these. So this is for the charity, volunteer and public services finalists. First is Hamad Ashbak from the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. We've got Huda Farah from Bank of England, Ifilura Opa Sanya from Sandwell College, Inshal Siddiq from EHM Treasury, Urqa Jaffari from Broxpool Borough Council, Isha Yusuf from Ofcom, Mohammed Ibrahim from Severn Trent, Natalie Selby Shaw from Nottingham Trent University, Purna Bhatia from EHMRC, and Rana Riaz from Ferrian Group. Well done, everyone.
Thank you so much. Now on to health, medical and social care. Cassie, can we have you? Can we have a round of applause for Cassie?
I'm not from the Royal Navy, as you can probably tell from my outfit, but at least I'm in blue. So, the nominations are. Should I be looking here?
Yeah.
Aliyah Mahmood from Great Ormond Street Hospital, Kayan Pollock from GSK, Alicia Alain from AstraZeneca, Hasib Ahmed from AstraZeneca, Idiat Titilopi Lawal from Barking, Havering and Redbridge University Hospital, NHS Trust, Khadija Malik from Cambridge University Hospitals, Peace Kanigoni from Cineus Health, Temitope Akim Falarin from Guy's and St Thomas NHS Foundation Trust, Zara Arifa from Great Ormond Street Hospital, and finally Zaira G from University Hospitals Dorset, Poole Hospital.
Construction services. Can I have Kelly Emery from Severn Trent, please?
Good afternoon, and a huge congratulations to those that have been nominated. So the first nomination is Alba Isaku from London City Electricians Limited, Christabel Sogbe from Keir Group, Ifat Rahman from Arup, Isha Ahmed from Weston Williamson and Partners LLP, Maximus Panchu from Airy Miller, Miles Alibode from National Highways, Nasif Mia from Allsop, Rachel Ford from Airy Miller again, Tamid Sharif from Turner and Townsend, and Zainab Abbas from Mace Group.
Engineering and manufacturing. Have we got Kirsty from JTL here? Kirsty? I think Kirsty had to leave early, so I think I'll have to do this one.
Do you want me to do the names?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so the first person is Amal Kochapali from National Grid. We've got Jaden Hughes from JLR. Another Jaden, Jaden Rapra from Vodafone. Leo Headley from National Grid. Mohammed Abdul Ghani from Severn Trent. Mohammed Faiz from Hydroforce Hydraulics. Prithvi Ramesh from Rolls-Royce PLC. Sarah Munshi from BAE Systems. Samarth Hiramath from Airbus. And Sahil Siamkra from JLR. So our next category is digital and technology. Can we have Reg Bannerman from BT Group, please?
I'm thrilled to have been invited to announce the nominations for this category.
Reg, can I just tell everyone, this category got over 100 nominations just in this one category. That's more than 20% of all of the nominations in one category. So for those people that are thinking, why are there 20 people shortlisted? You can imagine.
Right. Bit of a surprise to me as well. Yeah.
We do it on purpose, just to give you extra work. So I hope that just explains to you how fierce the competition is, and there is barely a hair between each applicant. That's how good the quality of the nominations have been. So it's been a very, very tough job, and that's why we've had shortlist double the amount than all the other categories.
Okay. So you're going to have to put up with my voice for a little while. Congratulations to all of you. First name is Alia Amjad, Accenture. Khalib Oliani Alabi, and that's Mondelez International. Diksha Ganta, that's JP Morgan Chase. Ethan Mutombo, as World Line UK and I. Arioloa Bayo Tofowomo, excuse the pronunciation. And we have all foreign Jenya Kataria, UBS, Kwesi Bimpong as Goldman Sachs, Labour Mahmood, Capgemini, Mitchell Ugoji, IBM, Mohammed Usman, JLR, Mustafa Abdullah Shafi at Rolls-Royce PLC, Mohammed Danish as British Army Royal Corps of Signals. We have Cadiz Nasser, Barclays Bank PLC, Roya Amari, Bank of America. We then have Salah Abano, Microsoft, Sarah Fury, PwC, Shadia Abdul Latif, Royal National Institute of Blind People. We have Shazad Abnan, BT Group. We didn't meet. Where are you? Wave. Are you here? And then we have Sheena Dawaras, that's Deutsche Bank. And then finally we have Tayyab Shahid, that's Vodafone.
Okay, now on to creative media and marketing. Can I have Deborah Briggs, please, from OAL? Much shorter list for you.
Yes, wonderfully. Yes, OAL are very proud to be sponsoring this category, and congratulations to all the nominees. We have Adesewa Editora from Microsoft. We have Crystal Kagaramamba from BBC. Hino Hiton from Google. Jaden White from Mace Group. Jasmine Kaur Sandar from BBC. Kasim Usman from WorkPays. Simran Kelsey from Kantar UK. Suzette Buraganya from Experian. Ursula Residue from Stockport Borough Council. And finally, Zach Bennett from Skills and Education Group.
That is your time to shine. Retail, hospitality and tourism, sponsored by Lifetime Training.
Returning for my 8th year as a judge, and it gets harder every year. I'm the one that cries every year reading the stories, and I do the digital category, and it's just got a lot harder, so thanks for that. Really proud on behalf of Lifetime to be here announcing the nominations for retail, hospitality and tourism. So the first person is Atlanya Kasakende from Coca-Cola European Pacific Partners. Albert Babuta, Compass Group UK and Ireland. Bianca Martins from Mitchells and Butlers. Ella Jackson, British Airways. Junior Gioru, Compass Group UK and Ireland. Kundai Nazare, Compass Group UK and Ireland. Natalia Mazez, British Airways. Radwa Mohammed, British Airways, Victoria Caroline Pedro Decker, Compass Group UK and Ireland, and Zain Ali Khan at McDonald's. Thank you.
And now on to the British Army, sponsoring transport logistics. Can't call you Major now, can I?
No, you can't.
What's the official terminology now?
I said that earlier, I can't call him Major anymore.
Kasim, everyone, good evening, especially fellow judges. Once again, we meet. I am going to go on a bit. Thank you to
I'll sit down.
thank you to Martin and Cassie for enabling tonight's activity and the awards. You know, getting your support and your buy-in to give us what we have tonight. Really well appreciated. Thank you to Safraz Bhai and to Brad at the back, wherever he is. He often gets forgotten. But Kasim and I go back a while. I think the first time we met was that dodgy office in the back street of Ladypool Road. But what a journey we've been on together, you know, and the inspirational young men and women that we've had the privilege to judge and meet and interact and celebrate over the years. And thank you, Kasim, for your friendship and the opportunity to join you once again for this year's Multicultural Apprenticeship Award.
You haven't lost it, have you?
I have lost it. No, I haven't. It's in the wrong pocket. We'll start with some admin before I start though.
Okay.
Mr. HMRC, right, we met in November, right? You were supposed to sort my tax out. Whatever you did,
Made it work.
this year's going to be worse. All right, so don't do anything this year, all right? When you go back, leave the buttons, give it to an apprentice. All right, all right, no worries. Okay, so transport and logistics. It's a privilege on behalf of the British Army to announce the shortlist. And here we have, in no particular order, Abbas Najafi, beg your pardon, High Speed 2 Limited, Anjam Hussain, Amazon, Cameron Johal, WHS Plastics, Hamza Bogradar, Rolls-Royce, Katir Ali, National Highways, Naomi Ugandarian, Amazon, Rashid Chaudhry, Royal Mail, Rubin Boko, Amazon, Samir Muzamdar, Amazon, and Yusuf Rayadeen, Amazon. I'm expecting my Prime membership in the process.
Okay, another one for us, intermediate apprenticeships. Now, I think not enough pressure is put on, not enough limelight is put on the value of lower level apprenticeships and what they can lead to. I was speaking to Lawrence about someone who's working in his organisation who has gone from low level to the next level to, is it 3, 4 and now 7? 3, 4 now 7. So we can't dismiss intermediate apprentices and the value they have and the pathways they provide to apprenticeships. And this year we're proud to have split a category into not just intermediate apprenticeships, but actually level 2s and level 3s. So I'd like to welcome Paul Chivers from Skills Education Group, our sponsors for this category.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege and honour to be able to read out the finalists. Best of luck to each and every one of you. So we'll start with the first 10, which is level 2 intermediate apprentices. Please forgive my pronunciation now. Agnes Bareggi from Stovats. Elia Richards from Forsters LLP. Carl Abella from Whitbed Premier Inn. Chakwi Maka, Christian Emaju from Amazon. Kieran Kaya from Housing 21. Marcus Richards from Mitchells and Butlers. Mohammed Zaya Rahman from Mitchell and Butlers. Manib Shazad from McDonald's. Roswell Wu from Compass Group. And Zayana Kadman from Compass Group. That's the first 10. following 10 for the level 3. Arnav Laskar from Chaucer, Esme Roberts from HSBC, Kubali Cesar from Mitchell and Butlers, Lucy May Fox from British Airways, Mernaz Akhtar from B&Q, Sagar Hans from Lloyds Banking Group, Sapphire Brooks from NG Bailey, Shaznab Yassin from Whitbread Primarian, Simona Olak Kuia from NatWest Group, and Sophia Bailey from Atkins Realist.
I believe the last category for apprentice nominations. So can I please have Elaine Cohen from Lloyds Banking Group?
I'm just keeping everybody up with the team updates.
Yeah. So the Judges' Choice Award is a category of exceptional apprentices, and I think what we put a rule in this year that if you'd been shortlisted in a previous year and you scored high enough, you would go into this category. So for those of you wondering how you ended up in the Judges' Choice category, it is past finalists who have been put in, who've scored exceptionally well, who then go into the Judges' Choice finalist category.
Well, I'm pleased to be here to talk about the shortlisted names. So thank you for having me here today on behalf of Lloyds Banking Group. So you're all waiting. I won't drag it out. I'm piped up to be here today. So the first one is Eshal Khan from Capgemini, Ibrahim Mir from PwC, Ishraq Chowdhury from Ford Motor Company, Malachi Swen from Morrison's, Mia Chutti from Arup, Nathan John from IBM, Nawali Janali Sheikh bin Sheikh from Simmons and Simmons, Nusa Nukri from Visa, Rahul Chawla from Mace Group, Sinthu Thacker from Guy's and St Thomas NHS Foundation Trust, Umar Sheikh from KPMG, and then last but not least, Yusuf Ahmed from Virgin Media O2. Well done.
Brilliant, fantastic. So now on to our Small Medium Employer of the Year finalists. Unfortunately, Anna Morrison from Amazing Friendships couldn't be here today, but she nominated her tax assistant from HMRC, Josie Lennox, to announce this shortlist. So can we have a huge round of applause for Josie?
Can I get a brief 5 minutes, because I feel like it'd be bad as Apprentice of the Year not to talk about what the wonderful awards have done for me. It's 2 years on, so I should have been a has-been by now, but I'm still around, which is good. And for me, it's the awards that have created that platform. Also, in terms of my career, it's also going well, which is good. So it's good to see so many nominations from HM Treasury and HMRC. Good to get some fellow public sector colleagues. But for me, this is the award. So matter if you win or not, it's absolutely a win to be in the room. It's networking with the right people. I managed to pick up a mentor out of it from when I won awards. And I managed to keep in touch with Kasim, Saf, Jag, all these wonderful people who've also kept me in touch with the event. So I always think that even if you don't win, just being shortlisted is a massive win, because you can absolutely capitalise on that. So congratulations to you all, and I wish you all well when the awards do come. But yes, to go into Small Medium Employer finalists, I have the pleasure. It is Complete Fixing Solutions, Hockley Mint, Hosokawa Micron, Mahir's Experience, Skills and Education Group, and TRAC. So congratulations.
So the next category is Large Employer of the Year, and there's about, I think, is it 38, Brad? 38 finalists. And we thought we'd give this task to our longest serving judge, who's now our head judge of the Multicultural Apprenticeship Awards. I'll let you introduce yourself, because I think I just wouldn't be able to give you the platform that you deserve, Sunil.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sunil Ramkishan. I am the head judge for the Multicultural Awards. I've been associated with this initiative since its inception. I can remember the first day when they came to myself and looked at the idea and helped them on that road in terms of securing their first headline sponsor. This is my third year in my rodeo as head judge, and I've been associated with this gig since its inception. It always excites me. Each year is excitement. No one year is the same. And I see people and the impact it makes to those individuals, not just to them, their family, their provider, their employer, and their colleagues. So bravo to everybody. So with no further ado, on behalf of NOCN, I wish to announce the nominees. Congratulations to all the nominees. I won't do it in reverse order because there's quite a few of them. Essentia, Alzheimer's Society, Amazon, AstraZeneca, B&Q, BAM UK and Ireland, BBC, CAP Gemini, Chaucer Group, Compass Group UK and Ireland, Coventry Building Society, Eon UK, Great Ormond Street NHS, Historic Royal Palaces, HMRC, IBM, there's no bias, IBM, ITV, Kantar, London Ambulance Services NHS Trust, London Borough of Hackney, Mace Group, National Grid, National Highways, NatWest Group, New College Swindon, OMNI Group, Royal Mail, Salesforce, Schneider Security Services Group, SP Energy Network, Rotherham NHS Education Trust, Transport for London, Rialto Partners, Vodafone, Waitman's LLP, and last but not least, WTW. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Really appreciate the support of all of our judges, many of them who are in the room today, for supporting us, for actually giving you guys the time and that respect by going through your applications with a fine-tooth comb, arguing tooth and nail. I mean, we haven't had any fist fights yet, have we, Dan?
Close.
Close. But it, you know,
she's not here.
Every application gets read through, it's evaluated. You know, we're not just doing awards for the sake of an awards. You know, we read every single story. You know, a lot of those learnings, people say to us, okay, but you know, what's the value? It's those people in the room who are reading your applications and taking that learning back to their business. That is where the difference is being made. It's in that judging room. When those judges, I think we've got 25 judges this year, and we're still counting. We've got some more people joining. Those individuals are leaders in the sector. They're part of the Multicultural Apprenticeship Alliance. They're having conversations about the challenges that they're reading, that you're facing in your apprenticeships, that you face to find your apprenticeship, and that's where the change is happening. So it might just seem like, you know, we're running this event and we're awarding people with awards, but actually you are making a difference. Each individual apprentice, by getting involved in the awards, by sharing your journeys, sharing your challenges, you're making a difference, and people are listening. And a lot of the times, you know, we can take these case studies and we can go to government, we can go to sector bodies, and we can challenge them on what's being done. So thank you once again. Now, another important cog in the sector, it's the learning providers. So we've done the employers, we've done the apprentices, over to the learning providers, and I'm going to ask Saf to come and announce the shortlist for these year's learning providers. Thanks, Saf.
We have 14 shortlisted, along with two, so it's slightly easier. Blackpool and the Fylde College, BPP Education Group, Capital City College, HIT Training Limited, JTL Kaplan, Learning Curve Group, Lifetime,
Get in.
Multiverse, PTB Training, Skills for Pharmacy, Swift ACI, TDM, the Development Manager, Umbrella Training. Congratulations to you.
a couple of years ago, we made a decision to take universities out of this category because it's very difficult to compare apples and pears. And even when we look at that learning provider list, it's very difficult to compare a very small training provider, independent training provider, to a very large training provider. So again, I will leave it up to the judges to make a decision on how they look at that. But again, a very competitive category there. And best of luck to all of our learning providers, and keep being amazing and keep supporting your apprentices. So on to University of the Year. I'd like to welcome my colleague Sanjay to announce the shortlist.
Thank you very much. So, firstly, thank you for allowing me to do this. University of the Year, sponsored by AstraZeneca. Firstly, we have Birmingham City University, London South Bank University, Northeastern University London, Nottingham Trent University, University of East London, University of Greenwich, University of West of England Bristol, and finally University of Wolverhampton.
There's only one left now. You can all enjoy your drinks, enjoy your networking. There's one category left. So I'd really like to welcome Patrick from City and Guilds to come and announce the School of the Year finalists. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Thank you so much, and absolutely no pressure there at all, is there, that this is the last presentation before we break for drinks. I'd just like to start by just thanking all of the team at MASS for the things that you've done over the last 10 years to shine a light on the value that a multicultural investment makes both for UK PLC and for our society as a whole. And I think we should all celebrate that anyway in terms of 10 years of making sure that we're all aware of that. I'm particularly proud actually to be sponsoring this category this year, because I think if I was to shine a light on one last bastion of cultural divide in our country, it is that between academic and vocational. And I think what we've started to see through this programme and the acceptance of a wider engagement with apprenticeships has been a shift in that perception. People recognising that actually either pathway can lead to long and prosperous and sustainable careers. So I'm very proud to announce the shortlist of schools this year. Alperton Community School, Eden Boys School Birmingham, King Solomon Academy, Lower Trait Roman Catholic Girls School, London East Academy, Mulberry School for Girls, Newham Collegiate Sixth Form Centre, St Thomas the Apostle College.
For everyone who's been shortlisted, we look forward to seeing you on the 7th of November here in London for the awards evening. If you're an apprentice finalist here this evening and your name has been called out, please can I ask you to queue on that side so we can get some photos of you. You'll also be receiving an email from us about your second stage application. So for those of you who thought the hard work was over, it's only just started. And the reason we do the second stage application is for couple of reasons. We don't think, for those individuals who have been nominated by their employer or learning provider, we don't think we get enough information. And actually, we think that by you telling your own story in your own words, it's a lot better than a PR company writing it for you. I'll be very honest with you. Our judges are very, very harsh, and they can see an application that's been written by a PR company
or ChatGPT,
and they will just put it to one side because they want to hear what you've got to say. And it doesn't matter if your English is poor or you struggle to communicate. If you're authentic and you put the right information in, go out there, reach out to the wider business, get those references in, go out, utilize this platform today to go out and make a difference. Go into your old school and talk about your journey. Go into your community and talk about your journey. Because the whole idea of the awards is to grow the sector. And you are now, as Saf said, you are the role model. That is sitting on your shoulders to go out and make a difference. And in order to do that and so forth, that's why we have the second stage application. So we give you 2 months to go out there and do some more stuff, do some more amazing stuff, put it in your second stage application, and that's what the judges will then go through and make their final decision on. There'll also be an opportunity to record a short video. We encourage you to do this. We can also share it with you. You should be sharing it on your social media platforms. It is all about brand apprenticeships, and it's all about you promoting yourself as a brand and promoting brand apprenticeships. So best of luck to everyone. We look forward to seeing you again at the awards night, 7th of November. Put it in your diaries, and we'll send out all the boring information about how to book tickets. Main thing is get it in your diary, book it in, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you so much, and have a safe day.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.